Today's
Okay.
circuit is a work hold, which is like, I think it might be my favorite because you can do it so many different ways, right? It's another one where you really decide what you need, what you want to get out of it, and you can do it however you choose. You can take a long time to get through the reps and not leave much hold time. You can get through the reps quickly and hold for a long time. It's totally up to you. So the way this works is, if this is your first work hold circuit, the way this works is you go 8 reps. In this case today, everything is going to be 8 reps. It's kind of a combination of reps and circuit. So you go 8 reps and you've got 40 seconds to do those. When you finish your 8 reps, which should probably be between the, 20-second and 30-second mark, depending on how quickly you're going, you'll hold at the bottom. All right, so for the goblet squat, which is a movement we've done a lot of, you'll do your 8 squats and then hold at the bottom. So after your last one, you stand up from that last one, and then you're right back down into that low position, the most challenging position, for for the remainder of the 40 seconds. Okay, so goblet squat times 8, row times 8. You can either use a band or a dumbbell, whatever you have. So if you're using a dumbbell, whatever leg is set back, you'll pull your elbow for 8, and then you're going to hold at the top, squeezing nice and strong with that shoulder blade. Think about your shoulder blade doing the work, not necessarily your hand. So we don't want to curl it into your armpit. We're just thinking about taking the back of your elbow and tapping that up towards the ceiling. All right. So you'll row 8 times and hold for the remainder of the 40 seconds, and then rest for 20 seconds. And then we go back and do the other side, 40 seconds, rest for 20 seconds. Push-ups. Okay, so we'll do 8 push-ups in whatever variation you need. And then you're holding on that 8th one. So we go up and down for 8, and then hold at the bottom. We want to try to get elbows to about 90 degrees, right? Not all the way down towards the floor, but somewhere in that, close to that 90-degree mark. Side bridge press. It's kind of a way to work the outside of your hips. So we'll do 8 here. So we do like a side bridge from your knees. You're pressing your knee down into the floor to lift your pocket up towards the ceiling. Right, so it's not just lifting this, so there's no other movement going on. Right, it's the bottom leg that does the movement. If you were standing, the standing version of this would be like this, right? So that's what we want, is that leg pushing into the ground. Okay, so that's the work hold circuit. Again, you can get through your reps pretty quickly. I think what I'll probably do today is use a little bit heavier weight and do the reps a little bit slower and then hold at the end. So it just totally depends on how you want to do it. We've got 4 rounds, so you can try different ways as you go through. All right, so with that, let's continue a roll. Amy, maybe the one concern there would be the side bridge. So I'm not sure where you're at in terms of putting pressure on your knee, but it may work, it may not. I don't know. If you have a mini band, the standing version could be a mini band walk. You could just put the mini band above your knees and do that. So I'm not sure where you're at in that case. You could also do a sideline clam, which should, knees be together. You're just opening that top leg. I'm sure that's part of your PT anyway.
Yeah, nothing on my side yet. Oh.
Okay. Do you have a mini band?
What?
Do you have a mini band?
I do. Actually, I might actually incorporate one of my rehab moves there. So
okay. Yeah, that.
Less power circuit after the circuit.
Yeah, I bet. All right, so rolling out your hips. It's going to be kind of a self-guided roll. Good morning, Carol. I saw you jump on. Didn't get to say hi, though. Let's take another 1 minute here and finish up rolling out. Again, if you have time to roll one area, I would roll from your knees to your waistband. That's typically where things get the tightest and the most jammed up. And it's also where you're going to be bearing a lot of the weight. So shoulders can get jammed up and tight, but there's a good chance that you're not going to be bearing a ton of weight there. So if you are strapped for time, it's better to roll your lower body than it is to roll your upper body. 30 more seconds. All right. Good. So we'll grab a spot on the floor. We're going to push one heel down. So we're giving one knee a hug. We push one heel down into the floor, lifting your hips. Just getting that butt cheek working. We're going to do about 10. And switch sides. So we're keeping that thigh close to your chest. Don't let it reach away. So if you're giving your knee a hug, you shouldn't feel your arms extending as you go, because that means your knee is getting farther away from you. So bend your arms a little bit and keep that same bend in your arms as you push. What it's going to do is make you feel like you're not pushing your hips very high or as high as you could. That's okay. And good. From there, let's push your feet up towards the ceiling. If you need a little bit of help here, you can hold onto that leg and keep that hamstring stretch. But otherwise, if you can point the bottom of your feet up at the ceiling, we'd like to drop the heel down to tap the floor and then come back up and alternate. So if you can do it without holding it, that's preferable. But if it's too much work to try to keep the bottom of your feet facing the ceiling, then go ahead and hold. So let's just alternate those, about 15 more seconds. And relax. All right, let's roll over to all fours. All right, from here, we're gonna reach out in front, so thumbs will face up towards the ceiling. You can also do this by putting your elbows, your hands on the couch. And we're just kind of trying to duck your shoulders down underneath or as low as you can, especially if you're on your knees in front of the couch and you can duck your head below your arms, that's good. But thumbs facing the ceiling, we're just looking to get that stretch down the outside of your arm. So we should be getting a lat stretch out of this. Think about driving those arms straight, thumbs facing the ceiling, palms facing each other. Good, now let's take your palms, put them on the floor. You're gonna reach over to one side, so try to keep your hips square. We're just reaching over to one side now. And then we'll walk those hands over to the other side. Again, we're just getting a stretch down the outside of your rib cage there. And good, let's bring one foot up forward next to your hand. You can leave your hips on, or you leave your knee on the ground. But what we want is pushing your hips down, pushing your chest up. getting a stretch under your front leg and then on the front of your hip. Also, feel free to use a foam roller under your hands here. Getting to the floor is a challenge. You can use a foam roller under your hands to kind of prop your hands up. And let's straighten that front leg now, finally. So let your back heel drop, getting a stretch down the back of your leg. And relax, let's switch sides. Bringing the other foot up front. Shin should be vertical, foot next to your hand. I actually think, like for me, my form is much better if I have a foam roller under my hands. I like that nice straight line from my knee all the way up through my ear. And last part of this, let's go ahead and straighten that front leg. Let your back heel drop down. You should be getting a big stretch down the back of your front leg. And a calf stretch on your back leg. All right, from there, let's leave your feet right where they are and just turn. So now toes are both facing the same direction. We'll just fold it over in half here. Again, you can use a foam roller, or you can go palms to the floor here, depending on your level of flexibility. If you don't want to round over too much in your spine, we want to try to keep your back nice and flat here. That's where having the foam roller comes in handy. Just pushing our hips back. And from there, we'll walk up. Last part of this, just going to do a few reverse lunges to get legs warmed up. So whatever depth you need for warm up, we're just starting to get our balance dialed in. All right, feet go wide. Just working side to side. And good, we're ready to go. All right, so we're going 4 times through, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. That's a total of 24 minutes this morning. So we're gonna get rolling. Again, work, hold. So you're gonna do your 8 reps, and whatever's left of that 40 seconds, you'll hold. Then we have 20 seconds rest before the next exercise, or the other side, whichever we're doing, okay? All right, so let's get started in about 10 seconds here. Grab the weight you'll need for the goblet squat. It's gonna be the only, oh, the row is also weighted. So, okay, starting in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. We've got 8 goblet squats to do, and the rest you're gonna hold in that bottom position. But for me, almost always, my first set of goblet squats is gonna be holding the weight low, just because I know how my back acts in the morning. 10 seconds left. As you hold that squat, try to keep your chest up. 2, 1, relax. Okay, row is next. For the row, you can either put your hand on a couch or a chair in front of you. Otherwise, you can stabilize just like this. Go in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, 8 rows and a hold at the end. "20 seconds left. Remember, you're not pulling in with your hand. Your hand is just there to hold the weight. You're thinking about your elbow going towards the ceiling. 10 seconds. 2, 1, rest. Okay, we're switching to the other side. Again, the challenge in this circuit is all about the weight you use, how long you're holding. Ready, and go. Halfway there, 20 seconds left. Making sure toes are facing the same direction here. You want your belly button pointing down at the ground. You shouldn't be turned out to the side. 5 seconds left. And rest. Push-ups are next. Whatever variation you need. Maybe it's knees down. Maybe it's hands elevated. And here we go. 8 push-ups and hold. If you want to make your push-ups more challenging, you can elevate your feet. Put them up on a chair or a couch. Ten seconds left. Three, two, one, rest. Staying on the floor for the glute bridge or the side bridge press. Remember, this is an exercise for your hip that's closest to the ground. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. So we start in that good side bridge position. From there, you're pushing down into the ground with your lower leg to raise your pocket up towards the ceiling. After your 8 reps, you're going to hold at the top. Let's not turn this into a side crunch. Right? You shouldn't be crunching here. You have to be strong, but we don't want it to turn into like where you're crunching your shoulders down towards the ground. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. You got 20 seconds to switch to the other side. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Same thing on the other side. Using that hip, press down into the floor. Should be feeling the work right around where your pocket is on the hip that's closer to the floor. Twenty seconds left. Again, it's your hip doing the work, not your side. 3, 2, 1, and hold or relax. Sorry. Okay, that's round 1. 1 out of 4. So we're going back up to the goblet squats. In 3 seconds, 2, 1, and here we go. Working through 8 squats, and then a hold at the bottom. The bottom is going to be somewhere around thighs parallel to the ground. 13 or 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Row is next. All right, start with the row in 2, 1. Here we go. Again, don't turn your hip out to the side. It's really easy to let that back toe turn out when I keep your toes facing the same direction. Fifteen seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. 20 seconds to rest. Doing a row on the other side in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Twenty seconds left. Hips stay square. Shoulders the same distance away from the ground. So we shouldn't have one up high and one low. We want your chest to stay square. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Push up is next. All right, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 8 push-ups and hold for the remainder. Fifteen seconds left. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Staying on the floor for the side bridge. All right, starting in 3 seconds. 2, 1, and here we go. Somehow during these circuits, the rest time gets shorter and shorter. Must be a clock issue. 8 reps and then holding up at the top. Halfway there, we got 20 seconds. Focusing on extending that hip out. Three seconds, 2, 1, and rest. Other side. And up, here we go. Pushing that bottom leg out laterally away from your body. Called abduction in the biz. .15 seconds left. Make sure we're in a good side plank here. Most of the time, people's hips want to sneak backwards. Let's make sure they stay forwards. Nice straight line from your knee through your hip to your shoulders. And relax. Okay, back up to the top for round 3. Starting in 3 seconds, 2, 1, and here we go. Making sure we're pushing those knees apart on the squat. We don't want them falling in towards each other. 10 seconds left. 5, 2, 1, rest. Okay, the row is next. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Looking to get your elbow just past your ribs every time. Making sure we stay square. It's really easy to turn and pull across your chest. We want to pull up towards the ceiling. 3, 2, 1, rest. Ten seconds left. 3, 2, 1, other side. Here we go. Let that arm brush almost right past your ribs on the way up. We're thinking about getting your wrist to your rib cage. 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Push-ups are next. Three seconds, 2, 1, and here we go. Fifteen seconds left. 10, 5, and rest. Side bridge press is next. And here we go, 8 reps plus a hold. Again, making sure that your hips are forward here, not hinged back. Twenty seconds left. Making sure your top shoulder is pulled back, not reaching down forward towards the ground. 5 seconds. And rest. Let's switch to the other side. And here we go. Coming up, pressing that hip pocket up towards the ceiling. Your top leg's gonna hold still, but it's gonna look like it's raising up just because there should be some distance opening up between your knees. 20 seconds left. Keeping those hips pressed forward, shoulders stacked right on top of each other. And rest. Okay, last round coming up. All right, goblet squats in 5, 2, 1. Last set of these, let's make it a good one. Fifteen seconds. 5. And rest. Last set of rows coming up in 3 seconds. 2, 1. Here we go. Keeping everything square to the ground. Don't let your shoulders open up. 10 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Other side. Five seconds left. Ready? And go. Rowing on the other side. Really strict with your shoulders square to the floor. Back of your elbow pulling up towards the ceiling. That weight should almost track back towards your pocket. Think about making a double chin so your face isn't extending towards the floor. 10 seconds. Nice flat back here. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Okay, push-ups in 5. And here we go. Last round here, gang. Let's make them good. Remember, we don't want elbows pointing straight out to the side. They should be pointing backwards in some way, shape, or form. Doesn't have to be straight glued to your ribs. 10 seconds left. 5, 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, last exercise, 20 seconds each side. Sorry, 40 seconds each side. Okay, and here we go. Starting off with that last set, side bridge press. Twenty seconds left. Think about that great upper body posture. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. Last 40 seconds of work. In 3, 2, 1, and up we go. Pushing the outside of that knee down into the floor. Twenty seconds left. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Probably easiest just to have a seat. However, whatever your posture is, whether it's lying down or seated or standing, let's make sure we're nice and tall. Lots of space from your shoulders to your waistband. Taking 1 minute here. Let's take 6 cycles of breath. Try for about 3 or 4 seconds in and 5 or 6 seconds out. If you're ready to move to standing, you can go ahead and move to standing. You got to go and get your day started. Go ahead and get your day started. And relax. Okay. Good job, everybody. That was all kinds of fun. I like those work holds just because it's a different kind of challenge. So great job with that. And yeah, maybe we'll see you tomorrow on the Saturday workout. If not, have an excellent weekend and talk to you soon.
See you, Brian.
See you.